Onward to basketball. Real quick, we're not, like I said, we are zooming through this show today. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Something that came to my attention. The Milwaukee Bucks are frauds. They've been frauds all season. And the reason behind their fraudum is they lack an identity. They don't know who they are. Adrian Griffin was the head coach. He was 30-13 when he took over, or when he got fired, excuse me. And there was problems. There was turmoil in the locker room, so they had to let him go. In comes Doc Rivers. You have Dame Lillard here. You got rid of Jrue Holiday, who's one of the best perimeter defenders, if not the best perimeter guard defender out there in the league. You're bigger. You're slower. You're an aging team, and you put Doc Rivers on this team. And I don't understand what pictures this man has on whoever it is, but the fact that he continues to get jobs is beyond me. I've never seen any one person stretch a championship as long as he has. Like, it's just it's ridiculous how long he's been employed, and he doesn't deserve it. But some numbers really jumped off the page to me in regards to the Milwaukee Bucks. In every major important statistical category, they're middle of the road. They're like 13, 15, 6. They're right there in the slap dab in the middle. What does that say to you? Average. You know what their record is since Doc Rivers has taken over this team? Remember, they were 30-13 when they fired the first coach. Right? It's a pretty good record, right? If you would say so. 17 games over 500, that's pretty good for a first-year coach. Well, you know what Doc Rivers is? He's 14-12 since he's taken this team over. This team is looking bad. Defensively, they're not as good. They have Dame who can score, who can make clutch shots, but they're big, they're slow on the perimeter. They cannot switch out the way they want to, and their defense is lacking. Chris Middleton, the injuries are really taking a toll on his career and his availability and his productivity, especially on the defensive end. But that's neither here nor there. They're frauds. They're gonna be probably one and done. They might win a round and then that's it, if that. Here's the biggest problem that I see with the Milwaukee Bucks, though, is that structurally they don't work. Is because when you have a small big combination in regards to a guard and a forward or a center, the way the pick and roll is effective is you need to have somebody who's a dual threat at the guard position. So, for example, if the guard is a guy that can be able to get to the basket, draw fouls, he can also hit mid-range shots. He's also a very good three-point shooter. That pick and roll offense is going to be way more dangerous because you have to placate what he's going to do. Are you going to give him the drive? Is he going to step back and hit this three? What's the roll man going to do? Is the roll man a threat in regards to just being a rim runner? Can he pop out and hit a three? Can he hit a mid-range? Can he create his own shot? Giannis can be able to create his own shot in a low block, yes. But he can't shoot, and he's bad at shooting free throws. So in a pick and roll situation, when you have a guy like Dame who's pretty much one-dimensional, he's a great shooter, but he's not a great finisher at the rim. So you don't necessarily have to worry about Dame driving. So in a pick and roll situation, that doesn't work. It's not effective enough to be consistently good in a game when it matters. Teams can be able to sit in the box or sit in their particular zone and just wait for something to happen because there's no threat of Dame having to cut to the basket, and you know he's a deadly lethal shooter. There's no threat of Giannis coming out and hitting a three. You know he's going to be a roll man, so you can be able to play that pick and roll situation pretty much straight up, switch on everything, and make sure everybody stays at home. So Doc Rivers needs to find different ways to be able to maximize his players, but he's not intelligent enough in regards to a head coaching scheme to understand what these guys need. They always say that he's a great motivator. Where? I don't see that. I see a team that's severely flawed defensively. Dame Lillard couldn't stop molasses from falling. That's how bad of a defender he is. Can't stay in front of anybody. So you trade for that, which is cool because he's a superstar, but these are the problems that you're going to have. And this is why if you're not the New York Knicks, if you're not the Boston Celtics, who are shaky right now, but they'll get it together, and if you're not the Miami Heat, who owns the Milwaukee Bucks historically, you're cooked. And you attached yourself to Doc Rivers. Good luck. Good luck.